Hi, I am Stephanie Wicker. I'm a behavior consultant in Sydney, Australia. And thank you for taking interest in learning more about my courses. So on this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what is going on with that. So I have been working with parents and educators for the last 13 years, teaching behavior science, behavior analysis, which is basically the science of teaching and learning, and how to shape unwanted behaviors at home and get rid of that overwhelm and that disconnection that is so common when we're dealing with challenges and challenging behaviors in kids. So what tends to happen is we become overwhelmed, which means that we have very, very powerful emotional responses, and we go into our fight or flight mode when we don't want to. What happens when we do that? We engage in behaviors that we regret. We do things like threatening, punishing, yelling, all of these things that we never set out to do. We have this beautiful image in our mind of I'm going to be patient and I am going to listen to them and I'm going to be empathetic and I'm going to understand that they are having a hard time. But then as soon as that kid spits in our face, gone with the sympathy, right? It is gone. All right. And that's when we have a massive emotional response. And then we engage in behaviors that we regret. And it just starts this cycle of disconnection and overwhelm and overuse of punishment. And unfortunately, that overwhelm and that disconnection that happens within us, it then happens within the kids. And it just makes things very challenging. So I have a lot of clients coming to me saying, I just want to know how to reconnect with my kid while shaping behavior and getting rid of the challenging behaviors that constantly disconnect us. So things like defiance, tantrums, ignoring, rudeness, all of those things. Okay, so that's exactly what I help my clients do. All right. Now, I have put together these behavior series because I found that over 13 years, I'm always teaching the same stuff over and over and over again. Why is that? Because behavior science is consistent. All right. It is evidence-based approaches to shaping behavior and engagement and motivation and teaching. And all of this stuff it's the same whether you are 2 years old or 22 years old. It doesn't matter. Behavior is behavior. So once you start to understand what motivates behavior, how people create perceptions and expectations, therefore they create habits, how does all that happen in the brain? Why is it such an emotional trigger for us? And how can we shape behaviors? How can we use punishment effectively without feeling like the bad guy all the time, without disconnecting from our child or blaming them? That's exactly why these video series have been made. So please have a look on this page. If you scroll down, you are going to see that there are some free videos as well to give you all kinds of wonderful insight on beautiful behavioral techniques that I just absolutely love. And also, I give a lot of information about what's going on in the brain when we become overwhelmed and where these expectations and perceptions come from that shape challenging behaviors. So all of that is covered as well. And then you'll also see that you can purchase some video series below. So I have some really incredible series. Some of them are about what's happening in the brain and how we can start to shape early reasoning skills, self-soothing skills, and self-regulation skills. And look, that's the key, because everyone wants to know, how do I, my child is always angry. When I turn off the TV, he's mad. Or when I tell her to go to bed, she's angry. Well, why is she always so upset? Or why I think she has anxiety disorders and all this kind of stuff, because a lot of that is just symptomatic behaviors to an underlying deficit. And usually that deficit is very simple. They just need to learn how to self-regulate those big old emotions they got. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. So go check out my series, because that's also inclusive. And then I also have another series called From Chaos to Calm, which I highly recommend, which takes you step by step how to build listening skills the first time, how to get rid of defiance and tantrums through effective evidence-based punishment procedures. Check out that, because I talk a lot about punishment in there and a lot about how to replace it with positive discipline. All right, so very cool stuff. So please have a browse. And if you have any questions, just hit the contact me page and send me your question. I'm going to respond, because I love talking about this stuff. All right, so check it out. Thank you so much for watching my video and learning more about my courses.